Yoko Guruma. Yoko Guruma means a side wheel. So you're going to come in and wheel them over to your side. If you think of it simply as a spinning ukiwaza, it makes a lot of sense. And the spin adds velocity to the throw. Whereas on ukiwaza, you're simply dropping down. This is like a tornado. You're going to spin right in there.
I don't think that one's going to make the cut.
No.
It's under the category of Sutemi-waza, and Sutemi-waza has two divisions, Masutemi and Yokostemi. Masutemi is abandoning your upright position to the rear and throwing them behind your head. Yokostemi-waza is abandoning your upright position to the side and then disposing them over the body to the side. Anytime you abandon your upright position and you go down to the ground, it is a Sutemi-waza. People say sacrifice. I'm not a big fan of the word sacrifice. No, I have a purpose in abandoning my upright position. That's to wheel down and use centrifugal force and gravity to pull them down. Abandon means, okay, I'm going to leave this position here to go to the next position. Sacrifice means, okay, I'm just going to fall down and see what happens. That's why I like the word abandoning my upright position. And that's what Sutemi means. I think sacrifice isn't clear enough. The kuzushi, when I stop him here, okay, see how I grab here? You can grab the obi, you can grab over the skirt of the owagi, wherever you like, even the shoulder. But the idea is to get a grip. I tried to go right where the spine is, grabbing here. When this foot would come in, you see how I bring my elbow to my hip? You see what happens to that? See how it pulls him? At the same time this is pulling, this is pushing on the shoulder here like that. That would be the kuzushi. And then you have to make adjustments depending on where you grab, okay? Here, if you're up here, okay, you're still gonna come down because you wanna take them down. Be careful about sticking your fingers in the obi. They get stuck sometimes. I don't know what I did, but I grabbed the obi one time and broke my small finger. You have people that fight sideways like this. See how he's fighting sideways? All I'm going to do here is just step right in. See, I'm going to step right in and then drop by turning. I'm not going to pull him to the side like Yoko Otoshi. Ukiwaza is that corner. But see, when I step in here, okay, I'm going to try to make this foot come all the way around behind. See here? And then I'm going to turn here and then sit down. Sorry, the knee won't let me do it. You're trying to come in, all right? You're trying to come in. It's hard to come in if someone's fighting you from this position here. This foot here is pretty good. He's open. So I'm just going to bring that foot in, turn, and I have him on Yokoguruma. So you're going to do it nice and slow. Nice and slow. Okay, in. Okay, step in, drops down, and there. Don't do no power or anything like that. Just turn in, lower your body, and then, okay, you have to do the Mai Mawari no Ukemi. That's going to help, and it's also going to be a lot safer that way. You won't be falling on the side of your head or on your face or on your shoulder or anything like that. Now, don't post your hand in front of you, although that's a great temptation to do. Don't do it. Just turn your head and let yourself roll. Oh boy. Here he goes. Yeah, that's it. He does that every night. He tries to throw somebody on me. See, this is what happens. You see how this stops? Okay, and then you try and do a ukiwaza. So pretend his leg is still there. This is going to come out. Okay, this is going to slide right out. Sweep that thing all the way through. Sit down. Once you put it down, you have stopped your rotation. When you stop your rotation, he has the ability to counterattack. Watch my komamusubi. My komamusubi, I'm trying to turn it so it's facing the opposite direction. You see, that's how much spin I want on it. Because where's the power come from? Shitahara. He goes to hit. Here, I meet. Notice the katana is there. I have him. See how I have it wrapped around? This hand then goes shoo, here. See how I have it right against the throat? And then I shoot through and spin, and this pushes the throat back. So it's a very devastating strike. That's the battlefield way of doing it, the fighting way of doing it. From a competitive standpoint, for example, Nippon Soinage, see here, see where I am here? See how I've grabbed the judogi in the back? Here, I haven't let go. I stopped him, and then this leg is going to shoot right in here. See how it shoots? Pow, here, and I turn. And then you notice how here on the jacket, here, when I turn, you see how the jacket pulls him? You see how this pushes him this way here? And he spins, and I sit down, and he rolls right over the extended leg. We're going to practice it just like I did on Jeff. He's going to come in the Ippon Soinage. Here, I'm going to stop, and when I stop, it's with the shote, the palm heel, and I'm going to grab the judogi. My right foot is now just going to come straight through here. And you notice when I do that, you notice how I turn my toes, and then I'm going to yank him around. Okay, and then you notice how I just sit down on my left leg. So he goes in Ippon Soinage here, and then the right leg comes through, zabumis, and then turns. See, and you're going to do a Migi Maimawari no Kemi, but you're not going to throw yet. Okay, so we're going to get to this position here. Okay, so in, here, stop, and then the foot goes through, pow, right there. And that's where you're going to go to. So that's Yokoguruma. And of course, as I said, and you saw the demonstration, you could do it as a Kaishiwaza. And there's many more entries than just the one this way here. It's just a matter of learning how to spin. That's the hard part, learning how to spin. はい、どうもありがとうございました。